This one inspired me. It inspired me. What do I mean by inspired me? I mean steaming kids outside. Um, it inspired me a lot because I was thinking about this today. I was walking around before I got to work and I saw a big poster of the new Karate Kid. Karate Kid Live, no, it's not live, sorry. Karate Kid the Legend. And somebody asked me as well, what do I think about this new Karate Kid? I'll tell you what I think of it. Why not? I'm on a rock and roll. Digging up from the past. I know. Same song and dance. Digging up from the fucking past. But it inspired me to talk about the rise and falls of the Karate Kid and what I think of the new Karate Kid. Now, in 1984, there was a film called The Karate Kid. And I actually liked The Karate Kid. It was a straightforward story. It was a young lad called General. He moved in a new area. He had to do bully. He got bullied. He made the mistake of falling for Elizabeth Sue. Can't blame him. She's a good-looking girl. Still is an attractive-looking woman. And, he made the mistake. And he boasted he knew karate. He knew karate as much as my ass. And he had the shit kicked out of him. Then he meets an old guy who's been married, he's Japanese, goes to Shusei, teaches him karate. He goes to a tournament, he does that famous kick, everyone knows it, Shah, kicks him in the face, and he wins. I always remember the song and all, there's the belt, ready to win it, ready to win the fight. I won't do the rest, I'll kill it. But I always remember the song. Some people say the video was cheesy, but you know what? I actually like the film. Its hand was on its heart, had a straightforward story. It didn't really need a sequel, but because of the success of the Karate Kid, 2 years later, money talks, they make a sequel. I don't mind the sequel, even though I didn't think it needed a sequel. I didn't mind it. A lot of people remember it more for the song. The song, I will fight and I'll fight for your honour. I remember that. I remember the fact he went to China. You got to see some beautiful views of what China looks like. Again, he meets a bully. It's a Chinese lad. It's to do with his uncle and so on. And you get the song Fight for Your Honour. I always remember the bit where he thinks he's going to do a death move. Instead, he gets his nose. Was that beep? Makes me laugh. So I didn't mind that one. But then we made the mistake. Money Talks. In 1989, they made Ghostbusters 2. Then they did Back to the Future 2. So they decided why not do a third Karate Kid film. So they did. It was a bad tour. It was a bad, bad, bad tour. One, Danielson, the actor, I should say, was not even fucking a kid at that point. He was almost pushing 30. Does that sound like a fucking kid to you? He was practically in his late 20s, practically pushing 30. Because he still had a baby face, he got away with playing that role. It's like when he did the Karate Kid. He was in his 20s playing a teeny popper. You know what I mean? So, to me, it's just technically a remake of the first one. But if anything, it makes me want to watch number one. You get the arsehole Tim Cheetah who was in one, in two, he smashed his hands up and his dad do it, Asusa. He wants his revenge. After all these fucking days, he's still shut down. You got to die with a ponytail. For some reason, he's a fucking dick. He used his channel. There was going to be a love interest, but at the time, the dude was younger than he was. Granted, he was pushing 30, so he was a teeny popper. So that got stabbed. And they go to the tournament. He gets a lucky hit, and he wins. And he does break dancing, and that's it. Wow. I didn't memorise things from Karate Kid 3 because it was forgettable, it was boring, I ranted on it loads of times. The fact that it becomes a shit bag again after 1 and 2. Come on. He doesn't know how to do fucking karate again. Give me a fucking break. Somebody do a karate top in my fucking head, please, and put me out of my misery. Now, I never used to like this one, but after the remake and the third one, I can give it a bit of leeway. That being the next Karate Kid. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the original, they decided to do another one. And all they really did is they altered the gender. At the time, because the actor paid Tanner will pay a kid, he was fucking 30 something at that point. So they got a new girl. I always remember in the mirror and die a baby actually, but she was only long in this. And I like it for a few things. It just started to do something different. It's not just about the altered gender. Instead of it being a lad, it's a girl. And I do like Michael Ironside. I always like Michael Ironside. He's in the film. I always remember him in Stanners. I remember him in The Dud. I say Dud. The Dud Total Recall. I love him in Fee, The Final Battle. I also like him in the TV series as well. So that's itself is a boss. He always pays a good guy brilliantly, and he always pays a bad guy brilliantly. And again, he plays a bad guy in this. You love to hate. You love to hate. So I do actually don't mind the next Karate Kid because I think they tried to do something different. But then they made the mistake. Instead of just leaving it as that, because even though I didn't mind the next Karate Kid, I think they was aiming to make another fan size, only with a different gender. It didn't rub off. It was only direct to video. So they made a mistake a couple of years later because Hollywood, or should I say Donkeywood, they don't have imagination, don't they? They don't. So what do? They bring out a remake. You already know what I call remakes. A shit make. Now people might say, yeah, but it's got Jackie Chan in it. So fucking what? So fucking what? To me, I like Jackie Chan. Before people say all this, I liked him in films like Peace Story, Peace Story 2, Armour of God, even like his early films when he was in his 20s, like when he did Drunken Master. You know what I mean? I like him and all that. He was around the same era when Bruce Lee was around. He did some of the stunts in some of the Bruce Lee films. I think in Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee accidentally hurt him and offered him to do more films with him. Sad to say that was never to be, because same day, Bruce Lee passed away. We all know the story. But at the end of the day, I like Jackie Chan. I named loads of his films already. Armour of God 2, Dragons Forever. I can go on and on and on about Jackie Chan. I used to watch loads of his films. A literacy on VHS. But Jackie Chan now, I'm sorry to break hearts. But he's not a lung man anymore. He's not a lung man. Sylvester Stallone, not a lung man. Arnold Schwarzenegger, not a lung man. So all Jackie Chan is really, he's an old guy, just making up money and just going for anything for a paycheck. And all I saw there was Jackie Chan getting a paycheck. Jackie Chan getting a paycheck. And it's heartbreaking because I love him in films like Armour of God. I love him in films like Dragon Forever and films like that. They're his best. If I see Jackie Chan when he was 30, 30 or in his fucking 20s, I watch those films. I don't want to see an old Jackie Chan just going for anything for a fucking paycheck. It's fucking heartbreaking. And I thought it was boring. He had a CTR fucking thumbstick. Okay, it had to do something different. It didn't work to me. Oh, it didn't work, but it must have worked somehow because then we had the TV series. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. Juduko or something. And you had Daniel fucking Bully. And now they converted him to be a good guy. Like I could fucking buy that shit. Okay, people change as you get older. Like Rocky said in Rocky 4, if you can change, anybody can change. So yeah, okay, I could buy he turned into a good guy. He got older. He's no longer a bully. And then so they did the series something like that. People can tell me what the name is. I think it's Toko or something. And you've got some of the ones from the movies. Your friend said you bring the actor back as General, or he's no longer a kid. So I praise it for that. But nevertheless, this is what I think of it. Fuck it, I'm on a roll. Digging up from the past and giving people the fouls of fucking orgasms. For anyone what do up, what's into Karate Kid 1, 2 and 3 and that, This is date for those people who are big fans and they want to fucking jerk off and go in the fouls of fucking land and jerk the fucking chain, because that's all it is. Hey, do you remember him? Hey, do you remember the Stu Buller? Hey, do you remember the fucking arsehole Teraki fucking boss? Hey, do you remember this? Hey, Elizabeth Sue's going to make a disappearance. Hey, do you remember this? When Daniel comes in, he's that Chinese dude who he had a tuss on in Karate Kid 2. Hey, do you remember all that? Jane stuff, you can jerk your fucking chain. It's the Fowler land. It's digging up me. Jerk your fucking wire all day long. Wow. Oh, let's have some time. That's what it is. That's what it fucking is. And now there's been another film out with the same actor again, who's now not even a fucking kid anymore. They're bringing Jackie Chan out, who did the remake. He's heartbreaking to see Jackie Chan in many ways. He's just getting a paycheck, and I'm thinking, Jackie Chan, come on, man. If you're going to do fucking shit like this now, retire. You must have money. Over the years of all the films he did, from the days of Golden Artist to all the films of Drunken Master, the films I've just said, rewind back, he must have fucking money to say, fuck it, time to retire, live the fucking dud life and enjoy myself, because to me, it's heartbreaking. It's Jackie Chan getting a paycheck. It really is. It's heartbreaking to see when I see some of the films he did in his heyday. It's heartbreaking. But I don't decide to see it. Is it really needed? To me, it's nostalgia. It's this. It's this. And when you think about it, they already did the remake of the Karate Kid. It was called No Retreat, No Surrender. Come out in 1986, about a young lad, gets buried, goes to a new area, gets buried. Instead of it being Brucey, it's a fucking dose of Bruce Lee. Only they used a Bruce Lee imitator called Bruce Lee as a dose of Bruce Lee. Fucking teaching him how to do martial arts. I'm not even making that shit up. Movie, No Retreat, No Surrender, everybody knows it. Very early film with Don Ford Van Damme. That's technically a fucking remake of two films rolled into one, Rocky 4 and the original Karate Kid. So I want to see a fucking remake I can laugh at. I can watch that just for laughs and giggles. To me, it's like they're just digging things up. It's nostalgia, and I'm just getting to that point now where we've got to do this. And people might argue with me and say, you just don't like the Karate Kid. You're wrong. Rewind all the way back what I just said. I love the original. It's a classic. It's a classic. The actor Delucci, as we know, is sadly no longer with us. May he rest. He was the highlight of the film. He was funny. That's on, that's off. I love that. Even though I didn't think Jackie Kid 2 was needed, they do have some good bits in there. The art's on its sleeve. The third one I wasn't mad on. And then after that, I respect the next Karate Kid, but I could take it or leave it. After that, how many have you got to have now? How much of this fucking digging up from the past, turkey-taine, Nafalza land shit have you got to have? It could be a good film, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting bored of all this fucking digging up, Nafalza, let's fucking jerk off, go back to memory lane and have a fucking jerk fest. I'm fucking sick of it. It's just how I see it, how I feel. Maybe it's a good film. I'm just sick of the Nafalza land. Until then, be smart, be safe. See you later.